from colportage to self-help. Nietzsche's critique of the self-improvement industry. Modern self-help books promise clarity, confidence, and success, all in 5 easy steps. They tell us that happiness is just a technique away, that self-esteem can be boosted with the right mindset, and that any problem can be solved through a formula. But Nietzsche saw through this illusion. He called this colportage psychology, a shallow, mass-produced, feel-good philosophy that numbs rather than awakens. And today, the colportage of old has evolved into a multi-billion-dollar self-help industry, selling books, seminars, life coaching, and new age wisdom to a society that has lost its instincts. Nietzsche would ask, is this self-improvement or just another form of control? The rise of the self-help industry, selling the illusion of growth. At the dawn of the 21st century, 92.3 million books were sold in the body-mind-spirit category, making up nearly 9% of all adult book sales. The self-improvement industry, books, courses, CDs, personal coaching, was already valued at $2.48 billion per year in the US. By 2006, it was worth over $9 billion, and by 2008, projected to exceed $11 billion. This is not just an industry, it is a new religion. 1. People once turned to priests for guidance. 2. Now they turn to self-help gurus. 3. Religious salvation has been replaced with psychological salvation. And yet, Nietzsche would argue, self-help does not create self-sufficiency, it creates dependence. The message of these books is clear. 1. You are not enough as you are. 2. You need guidance from an expert. 3. You need their method, their wisdom, their plan. This is not self-empowerment. It is self-doubt disguised as progress. The new Psychologica, how self-help creates weakness. The old values, self-restraint, dignity, authority, and inner discipline, have been replaced by the new values of 1. Openness, constant confessionals. 2. Emotionalism, prioritizing feelings over reason. 3. Victimhood, seeing suffering as an identity rather than something to overcome. The result? The sharp rise in depression, anxiety, and ADHD in the last 50 years is not a coincidence. It is the direct result of 1. A culture that teaches people to look outward for solutions instead of inward for strength. 2. A world that replaces personal power with expert dependency. 3. A society that medicates discomfort instead of challenging people to transcend it. Nietzsche calls this losing the healthy instinct of knowing what is real and right. Untimely meditations, Strauss, 12. When people lose their inner compass, they become easy prey for self-help books, therapists, and motivational speakers. The hidden truth. Self-help is just another industry. Self-help books claim to offer personal transformation, but in reality, they operate just like every other business. They create the problem, then sell the solution. They make sure you keep buying new books because no single book ever truly fixes you. They turn self-improvement into an endless cycle of seminars, coaching, and programs. And what happens? 1. People read book after book but never feel whole. 2. They chase the next big trend, mindfulness, positive affirmations, productivity hacks, but never feel satisfied. 3. They become addicted to personal development, always needing another guide, another mentor, another system. Nietzsche would say, this is not self-overcoming, this is self-enslavement. Nietzsche's alternative, true strength, comes from within, not from books. Nietzsche does not reject self-improvement, but he rejects the idea that growth comes from an external guide. His solution? Face suffering, don't escape it. Use struggle as fuel, not as an excuse for self-pity. Become strong by acting, not by reading. Self-help says, you need a method. Nietzsche says, you need a battle. Self-help says, follow my 5-step program. Nietzsche says, create your own path. Self-help says, you are broken, but I can fix you. Nietzsche says, you are incomplete. Only you can make yourself whole. Final thought. Do you want to follow a program, or do you want to forge your own path? Self-help promises certainty, but Nietzsche reminds us there is no certainty. There is no final answer. There is only the will to create, to struggle, and to overcome. So ask yourself, 1. Do you want to be guided? 2. Or do you want to be free? 3. Do you want to be helped? 4. Or do you want to become powerful? Because the greatest people in history did not follow self-help books. They wrote their own philosophy through their lives.